But as soon as this hits the Elevensies, I'm going to start with the little stinger, hopefully. We are apparently streaming live. It says we have a perfect stream. We are live on both Facebook and YouTube. I see both going on quite nicely here.
I see Facebook.
Yeah, look at that. It's as if by miracles.
And I've gotten a message that says we're live.
Well, there you go. Bloody hell.
So
I haven't broken everything yet. We're trying something different this morning. So
why on earth during Mercury retrograde we're trying something different? But there you go.
Because we've been trying to do this for bloody expletive months. And here's what's really cool, because it's 11 now, and watch what happens when I do this. Now they can. so good morning, everybody, and welcome to where are we?
Welcome to Elevensies.
Yeah.
Good. Oh yes, very fancy. Brenda says yes. Good morning, Kim, and you're very welcome. And we went and got pottery yesterday, so we'll be showing some more of that later. Good morning, Jen, and yep. We have our new little opening. We're trying to get all professional.
We're trying. We've even got another camera so you can see the card and all that fun stuff.
Oh, look at it. It says Elevensies with Lisa and Anton.
Yeah, did you not notice I've got lower thirds as well?
Oh, he's gone all spiffy.
I'm trying to learn this, but obviously it's going to be a bit. There's going to be some howler moments and all that sort of stuff. So let me see if I can see anything going on the YouTube comments. Oh, looky here.
You can see comments?
Oh, you certainly can. And let me see if I can see anything on Facebook. No, I don't see any Facebook comments. I don't know what's going on, but we're just going to have to...
I can see Facebook comments. All right, so yes, tonight will be Witchwear Wednesday. And rumor has it that Jen Kemper the Potter might actually make a guest appearance.
So look, whose comment who should we go for? Look, let's go for. How do you select this one? I think that's,
I don't know, but Brenda says need a ticker of events at the bottom. A
ticker of events. Oh, get out!
Anton's getting things all fancy.
Well, see, look, we can feature your YouTube chat. Look at that. So I've just done that.
Very brave to tackle technology during Mercury retrograde. Very cool, Anton.
So anyway, that's kind of where we're at. I have to jump around like a crazy thing because normally you don't do this and do this at the same time. But today I'm going to be the person that does that. So now you can tell, in case you hadn't worked this out. This is Lisa and Anton, and I'm Anton.
This is the late morning show Elevensies, and I'm Lisa.
It is, and today is Which Way Wednesday, so we'd figure out if this is a good way to kind of do this. We have all sorts of amazing...
Where there's a witch, there's a way, that's why.
There's all sorts of amazing craziness going on at this present moment in time, and this one is not helping. She is just incessant.
Skittle knows that I'm wearing black today.
That is a really, really bad idea.
Skittle knows that I'm wearing black today, so she wants to get me all haired up.
Never put liquids above the electronics. Never. Bad enough by the side of, but never above.
Look, Skittle, really.
So what are we doing today? Now we're
it's Which Way Wednesday, so
Which Way Wednesday,
so
we better talk about that. I'm going to go over to have a look at the YouTube comments and see how's going on.
Flames, please.
Are we saying fancy? Gilda's saying, let's have a look.
Everybody's saying fancy. Yes.
Well, yeah, we have. Look at you getting all professional, says Pam, and Michelle.
I know
says,
she just
good
wants cuddles, but I don't want her to light her tail on fire and run around the house. Good morning, Tracy.
That's it. So we got good morning, Gilda. Good morning, Pam. Good morning, Laurie. Good morning, Wendy. Good morning, Savannah. Gosh, we've got a bunch of people watching us.
Angela from the UK. We've got Angie from Scotland.
Gosh. Look at that.
We actually have 13 people watching today. That's like a record.
I think we got more than that. I don't know what our total stream is at the moment. It'll probably tell you somewhere. I've got so much to figure this out. This is just.
I can't even imagine having your screen. That looks scary.
This is a production facility. This is like multi-camera. That's the idea, and we're going to be able to. We're going to do this later as well because we've got our big. Which way
Wednesday tonight.
Which way?
And
Which wares? Which Wednesdays? Which
where
Wednesday?
And we're featuring the Potter. All right. So should we talk about what we're going to talk about today? Because
Probably,
we're already like 4 minutes in.
But yeah, we're just being vaguely entertaining, aren't we?
All right. No, I don't know. I think that you're entertained by all of the technology, but I'm not
loving
sure.
it. Oh, come on! You can't. You know I suffer from shiny kit syndrome.
Yes.
I love this stuff.
Yes. All right. So we wanted to talk about where there's a witch, there's a way, and that it's never been a better time really to be a witch. I mean, they're not going to burn you at the stake.
Well, not in New York. Well, maybe not in certain parts of New York.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a couple of people who are a little bit dodgy. Oh, you play, do you, out there? I'm sure. You know what I mean.
But no, I mean, we've talked before about kind of coming into the Age of Aquarius. And for those of you who didn't hear that speech, I'll just go really quickly and say that the Aquarian Age began in the 60s. But if you think of a 2,000-year block of time, which is an age, right, or an aeon.
Eon, yeah. However you call it, I call it eon.
Then you think that 60 years from 1960 to 2020 was really like a tick.
Maybe a second.
A second or a
tick
on the clock.
A mere second, maybe not even a second.
So, 60 years to get into the Age of Aquarius. And we've just been noticing so many people waking up.
Oh, God,
So many people coming in and saying, can you tell me about this? Like when we first opened nearly 30 years ago, the people who came in were people who were already really into what we were doing.
Yeah.
Right? In the beginning, the occultists and the magicians and the visionaries, and we've had people bring covens and people who were already well into studying ventured in. But now there seems to be this trend of people finding us who are definitely seeking. Right?
Without doubt.
So they're not.
And
they're
so
not
many young people.
Yes.
So many really young people, and it's fantastic. It's fantastic.
But contemporary people too, who who are tired of the revealed religions, and they want to know.
I think a lot of people are really wanting to reclaim the sovereignty of their own spirituality.
They want to speak to the old gods.
Yeah, don't really need an intermediary.
The other day someone said on here, what do you do when somebody challenges you and says that you're following mythical gods and goddesses? And someone answered, well, I tell them that
we all are.
Christ's story is a myth as well. So I think that people are really now. Yes, it is amazing how many young people. Angela's saying how many young people came to the talks on Saturday for her.
Oh, cool. That's really cool. I know Angela and Ashley and the crew, they've got a whole sort of Phoenix Flames camp thing going on soon, I think.
Yeah, I think that was Saturday.
Was it? Oh, well, we missed it. What do we know?
Well, we're not in the UK, so
sadly. Sadly, otherwise we'd be there, I'm sure. But
no, but what I'm saying is the difference now, over these past 30 years, the difference now is, yes, we still have the people who know those are witches making products for witches. I can get stuff in that shop that's not just something stamped out in China. I can get something that comes imbued with an intention and an understanding. We still have those people part of our community. I'm not saying they're gone. But what I'm saying is we're getting the new seekers who are coming in and saying,
the new seekers,
tell me about the craft. Tell me about witchcraft. No, in 2 weeks the pagan tribal gathering is going on.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay.
Yeah, we still can't make it.
Tell me about the craft. Last night, Mike popped his head in my room and said to me, "There's a guy here who wants a book about magic." And I said,
Well, you come to the right
can you be
place.
more specific? And he said, I said, well, is he looking for like high magic, golden dawn kind of magic?
What kind of
Or
magic
is
are you
he
trying to
looking
do?
for like casting spells, spellcraft kind of magic? You know, I assumed he wasn't looking for pull the rabbit out of a hat magic in our
Well-
store, but you never know.
There's a tie in there that wasn't in the Kravitz.
Well, that's why we do our magic with a K, so it doesn't
right.
get mixed up with that.
Oh dear, I love it.
So, yeah, you know, people are coming in and they are like growing spiritually. And I think that a lot more people are finding the path and doing their, you know,
Doing their thing.
they're doing their due diligence, not just you know, oh, I want to put a hex on my ex-boyfriend, or you know,
Yes.
it's not so much that. It's,
Right.
It's the I want to understand the chakras. I want to understand astrology. What's the difference between tarot and oracle and
A lot more intelligent questions.
right?
I think that's the thing. They're not. You know, you've always had that. There's always an element of people who think witchcraft is a great way to get one up on people if they're sort of struggling a little bit with their self-esteem or whatever. But you know, whilst we'll do what we can to help that person feel better about themselves, we're certainly not going to enable them to do harm to themselves or others either.
Well,
But,
yeah.
but I think, as Lisa's saying, there is really this resurgence. And yes, we have noticed that. And I don't know whether it's because, you know, there's, you know, but the pendulum swings so far one way, it's going to come back with more gusto. And there was almost like, you know, we're getting there, we're moving into, you know, helping people and being more altruistic, and then we go through a dark phase just as the tick goes, you know, where we're mean and xenophobic and all of this kind of stuff, and then it sort of comes back again.
I would almost explain that in a sense that there is always a balance. Light and dark always seek balance. So the more light workers there are and the more people that are taking up, you know, the positive causes and trying to truly help people, then you also notice the dark side trying to kind of balance that out. I know that sounds a little Star Wars, but I wanted to just say something
Sure,
to the
please,
conversation
please.
that we were having a minute ago.
Please.
Kim says, hopefully they stick with the craft and it's not just some kind of new thing to do.
Right.
And I'm going to kind of talk about Margot a little bit, who was one of our readers.
I loved
And
her. I still do.
She was the only girl in all the daughters in her family, all of her sisters, that didn't become a nun, and she was a psychic that worked for us for many years, and she passed away of ovarian cancer. She was an X-ray tech.
Right.
So she had gotten me a job at the doctor's office in the checkout reception desk, so that I could actually build my practice in the evening. But
Cool.
the point of talking about her is we were saying that so many people now are coming to the craft. And she said what she noticed, hi Pam, hi Patty, she said what she noticed was people who have the calling to come to the craft is somehow connected in her mind to people who had the calling to become a nurse.
Interesting.
So she said that some people came with the intention of actually helping people, of actually helping others, and of course helping themselves.
Right.
And other people came with the intention of having power, right? She said some people become nurses to help people, and some people become nurses to have power over the sick. And some people come to the craft either as a working psychic or, you know, a witch or a healer, because they genuinely want to help others. And some come because they want power. And I'm not saying that we don't see those kind of people anymore. We do sometimes. You know, they'll call and say, can I pay you to put a spell on somebody or curse somebody?
I actually got stalked by somebody who said they went to the nth degree to find my personal
They got
cell
his
phone.
personal cell phone number to
and
call him to ask him to hex somebody for them.
No.
And he's like, we're not those kind of witches, you know.
It's kind of a
we're
little troubling,
healers.
actually, that was, to be honest.
Oh, Anita's posted the link to Celtica. This is the reason Celtica.org will help us all. We'll talk about that in a second. It's a shift of consciousness from what we were conditioned to be. Realization of magical potential within our own lives. Absolutely. And Kim says, oh my God, Anton, that's scary. Well, you know.
It's true. It's true.
Years ago, we had Channel 12 came and did an expose, and they came out of the woodwork saying, you know, do this work for me. And there are people who will take money to do spells on a person's behalf. That doesn't mean that we wouldn't help someone do their own spell.
No, not
right?
at all. Yeah.
If someone came in and said, you know, I'm completely distraught about this situation and I know I need to change my situation, how do I do it?
Yep.
We wouldn't do the spell for them.
Morning, Heather.
But we would try to empower them to be able to do the spell for themselves.
It's really too bad. Bob Fleming again, I see. It's really too bad I can't get the Facebook comments displaying otherwise, because some people are saying some really lovely things on Facebook.
I'm reading them.
I know, yeah, but I can post the ones on YouTube to the screen.
Good
So if
morning,
you say
Sean.
something profound in the comments, I can stick it up there so everybody can see it.
All right. So I am going to talk about Celtica really quickly.
Please, yeah.
And then we have to pull our card.
We're doing all right.
All right. So yes. Oh, my live video has ended.
Hopefully not. It's still working. It's according to me,
well,
it's still
on
working.
YouTube, we're still there. Okay.
It says perfect streaming, so I don't know. Mercury retrogrades. It should still be working. Looking at this, you're still working, aren't you?
I guess.
I don't know. Just weird stuff. It says we have perfect streaming on both. So
Okay.
looking at it.
Well, let's hope that it's still working. Okay.
I'm gonna
So Celtica.org.
Yeah, we're working.
All right. Celtica.org is very important to us. And if anybody feels that they could even donate a little bit of their time and energy tomorrow, good morning, Robert, that would be very, very helpful. Meaning that tomorrow morning is the new moon.
Right.
And we are going to be pushing energy to really focus on removing any obstacles so that Celtica could become a reality.
Yep, absolutely.
So for anybody who doesn't know, www.celtica.org, O-R-G, because it is a 501c3 not-for-profit.
Don't even need the www. Celtica.org. You're golden, but it works.
And just really put some energy into the obstacles moving and Celtica becoming a reality.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if we could find 1,000 people that wanted to give us $5, the price of a cup of coffee, you know, it would make a huge difference. So it's important to the craft, I think. Really.
It is. It's and more than just the craft. I mean,
we
it's
intend to have a witchcraft museum, and yeah, go ahead.
But it's also going to appeal to people who may not necessarily identify as a witch or really that, but it appears it's got such a broad appeal. But the main thing is to try and teach some kind of getting people back in relationship with nature, with the land. We've forgotten that, and we just.
Well, they could watch the video.
Watch the video; it'll explain it, and you can chime in and tell us about it. Tell us what you think. You know.
All right, here's card for the day.
Card for the day is, what do we got?
Decision.
Yeah, I can.
He can display it
watch
now.
Watch this. If I can get this sort of, I've got to turn it the right way around.
It is the Two of Swords for people who are listening and don't have visual.
Look here. There you go. So you can see the Two of Swords. I'll try and move it a bit better. I'll figure out how we do the picture-in-picture here, but there you go. So there's the Two of Swords for you. You can see that. I would love to do that as a picture-in-picture, but I haven't figured out how to do that yet.
Okay, and we don't have it on Facebook, but it's the Two of Swords.
So it'll take a while. Just give it a second.
Today, Skittle drooled all over me. Yeah.
See, we do have.
Oh, look at that!
It's 30, it's about 30 seconds behind you.
Okay.
You're looking at the past.
All right, so my reading for you for today is take your time, make choices and decisions, figure out, you see that crescent moon is the new moon. So figure out what it is you need to let go. And do some great magic. So today is all about dealing with the dark moon and preparation for the new moon. And anytime we see a moon on a card, we know the person is starting a new phase. So today, make that commitment to yourself.
You know that? See, I stuck a graphic up for that.
All right. So what's your reading? Quick.
Two of Swords. Yeah, it's a kind of an interesting card. This is a card where almost we've balanced things out to such an extent that we're not sure, whether we can move forwards or not. I mean, it's almost yeah, but no. And this may be a card that indicates there's a little bit of procrastination going on here. I mean, we're sat on a comfortable bench, got everything balanced quite nicely, but we're at a slack tide. Is the tide gonna come in and get our feet wet? Are we gonna, is the tide gonna go out and we're gonna be left high and dry? And even the blindfold there, I'm sure you can see out just below that blindfold if you look really closely. So yeah, look, my reading is I'm going to cite the words of the great prophet Led Zeppelin. There may be two paths you can go by, but you can always change the road you're on. So if things are getting a little bit freaky and all that malarkey, you can most certainly change the road you're on. It's not a one-shot deal, If you so don't overthink it. Don't get yourself into like, if I make the wrong decision here. Do something. Move forwards. Don't procrastinate. Move forwards. Make a decision. Get it go. You'll notice on that card as well, there's a waxing moon. That's a really good sign. So all in all, not a terrible card.
All right, come on.
That's it. There you go.
Talky, man.
I'm talky. We're back on looking at us. So you're not looking at the card anymore. You're looking at us. I promise you.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. Tune in tonight 6:30 for Witch Wares with Jen Kemper featuring the Potter tonight.
Yep, we're gonna hook her up. We're gonna get her on this as well because you can do that, and we might if somebody's
if we
really
ever
awesome.
get to work, because I'm skeptical that we're going to get to work on time today. Could we please close? Thank you.
Yes, dear. Yes, of course. So thank you so very, 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 very much for joining us this morning. We'll disappear now and bid you a wonderful day, and we will see you a little bit